Collective. Happy Halloween. I hope everybody's doing well. I normally don't do Halloween, but I have to when I have a granddaughter. And I'm glad I did it. I am Twisted Kitty, I think from Alice in Wonderland. So, this is just a quick jump in for the collective. It's not going to be very long because I have to work in the morning and I have clients that are waiting for me. So, the cards that fell out already is Heart with a Key, Ascending, Girl with the Snake, Lightning, and Sword in the Rose. So again, collective, this is saying that most of you guys are ascending. You are, transcending obstacles, transmuting negative energy into your power. You are raising the bar on yourself, okay? Do I need my mic? I don't know. So, you're going through a new phase in your life, okay? Because you dealt with a lot of narcissistic empath paradigms. There was a lot of things that shocked you. You had a lot of towers. You had a lot of major events that had a lot of chaos connected to it. But with that chaos, you got a surprise. And what was the surprise? That you learned to follow your intuition. You learned to follow spirit guides. You learned to follow spirit. So again, you had an epiphany. This epiphany was part of your transformation. It was part of your ascending. It was part of you getting through these obstacles and these challenges. Hold on, I feel like I need the mic. Well, maybe not, because I can't find the... Oh, there it goes. Let me see. You got a lot of clarity with these shocking events, all this chaos. And it did bring sudden change in your life. You realized you had to move, you had to move on, you had to ghost the situation, you had to stop being stagnant because you were the only one that was keeping yourself stuck. Okay? So again, Girl with the Snake is the empath and narcissist paradigm, right? You were being charmed, you was being used, collective, right? People was, putting on their best efforts to charm you. They wore a mask. They were telling you things that you wanted to hear. They were acting as they were somebody that they apparently was not. And again, that was shocking to you. It might have even broken your heart when these things came to clarity or confirmation that this person was truly an op. This person was truly your enemy, frenemy, okay? Sleeping with the enemy, a lover, all right? But again, for some of you guys, you got you were forced into certain situations. Hi, it is a collective reading, my dear. Please subscribe to the tribe because I am kind of big deal, all right? You got the revelation. And again, with that, you got honor from your spirit guides, from God, that you were paying attention to what they were trying to show you about these people, about these karmics, about these people that had no business being in your energy. But again, a lot of us are very natural and are humane, right? We love unconditionally. We always try to see the best in people until you are crossed, right? Until you cross that bear or bear that cross. But again, it's telling you that these are all the obstacles that you came upon to help you ascend, to help you transmute these obstacles and these adversities, these challenges. And again, it's telling you not to close your heart off to it. Remain open to new love, to new friendships, because God would never put something in your path that you do not. Hi, why? You always gonna hurt me, but I love you. You like my little chest, my twisted kitty? Girl, it was cold out there. I was trick or treating and everything. But yes, collective. All these things helped you. You might not feel it, you might not see it. You will see it soon, but you have to be open. You have to stay open. Again, somebody's going to have the key to unlock your heart. Of course, it was not these people, but that was part of your test. That was, God poking at you to make sure you were still up. You wanted to awaken. Well, now you're awake. Now your eyes are open like mine, and you can see everything. You got to pay attention to your intuition. We don't have these senses for nothing. Okay. And when people try to doubt your intuition, that is the huge red flag right there alone, that you know what you're talking about and they don't. Okay. Nobody's ever crazy for following their intuition. Not even murderers when they feel like, oh, I'm going to get caught if I just cross this boundary. So again, everybody has it. How tapped in you are to use it is different among all of us. And then there's some that has more than others. So why do people test people? Because again, it's a test for themselves. A lot of people are put into people's lives to help them heal, to help them ascend, to help them get right in life. But again, a lot of people don't want to do that because they're working with dark energies. Like they say, people have a witch on their back. That is true. Sometimes you can see it. When you're enlightened and you're tapped in, you can see negative energies on somebody's back because that witch is riding them. That's a dark entity that they have attached themselves to. And a lot of times they can't get out of it. They get heavy into addiction, and addiction could be anything: sex addiction, drugs, materialism. They get obsessed with people like us that have the light, that are tapped in, that work on ourselves, that do communicate with God, our spirit team. So you got to remember that we're especially in these times, we are definitely facing a lot of evil people out there, and they are working with the other side. There is another side. Okay, so again, you have to remember that, and don't ever take it out on yourself that you fell for the okie doke. Okay, because a lot of us, we got clarity, we have a revelation, right? And that gives us our power. We take our power back when we take this from these people. We take our power back when we stop dealing with them. We take our power back when we do pay attention to our intuition and our God. We take our power back when we pray. Okay? And again, it's saying stay optimistic. No, no, no. I pulled some of these cards. I don't know what's going to come out, because I'm going to put these on regular cards. I'm waiting for them to come in the mail. And girl, I got you. I got you. All right, Spirit, show me what we need to see for the collective. Here they go. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Some of these people have HIV and AIDS, okay? They have a disease, a sexually transmitted disease, and what they call it, a siphon transmuted demon disease as well. But some of them have that package. Okay, so again, if you have dealt with a karmic that was out there, being flamboyant, being a player from Himalayas, don't sleep with this person. Protect yourself, protect your energy. Because again, we were dealing with narcissists. All they want to do is destroy you in any way. If this person was sick, in and out of the hospital, or things were going wrong with them, they got that package. Somebody also has another baby on the way. Somebody's carrying a family secret. You also was dealing with people that had mental illnesses that was undiagnosed or checked. Here we go. Somebody has an STD. Put that right there with the AIDS. And they love your energy, collective. They love the energy that you carry. So again, just like that witch on the back, they want to give you that demon that they've been carrying around. That witch is probably telling them to get that energy from you, siphon that energy from you. So the witch can manifest from their energy and yours. They wanted to pull you into their darkness. 6 months time. What is that? 6 months time. Something's going to happen in 6 months. Maybe you were with this person for 6 months. Okay. Legal matters that is not going to be in their favor. Somebody was rejected and turned down. If you were rejected, that was nothing but God's protection. If you rejected this person, bravo to you. All right. What else? Oh, some of us are getting a new home, an apartment, and we're relocating, right? We're getting the hell out of Dodge. Some of you, like I said, some of you guys got a jealous lover. Okay? If you feel like you got a jealous lover, don't sleep with this person again. Absolutely not. They're for the streets, okay? Ooh, child, somebody's unsure of their sexuality. That's probably how they got the HIV and AIDS, okay? Anymore. It says husband or wife is cheating, going behind the other's back. All right. Anymore. Oh my goodness. I don't like these little paper things because they're too much. So somebody got the package collective. You need to stay the hell away from that person. All right. Yeah, risky behavior. That's it. No more spirit. They were doing a lot of risky behavior. Sleeping with men, women, sleeping with anything that had a hole. Okay. They don't wash their ass. They don't wash their ass. So you see, it says it. I'm not making it up. They don't wash their ass. Okay. Somebody's a dirty bitch or bastard. They just dirty. Okay. And they sleep with dirty people. You will be getting a financial increase, an inheritance, a lottery, or state money. Again, somebody's having a new location and it's a clean slate, right? As you walk away. Some of us been dealing with con artists, all right? In love, they were very untrustworthy, okay? A liar, all right? Just lies about shit. They just lie about anything. Somebody needs to take a nap. I don't know why that's here. Somebody needs to take a nap, get rest, lay their head down instead of trying to play in our energy, right? So some of us been dealing with the low vibrational masculine, lazy, anything for attention, has no vision or no luck. Probably the same one that has the HIV or the AIDS. I said it like the AIDS, the HIV. All right, what we got going on for the collective? I'm hot in this damn thing. Did you go out? I know you didn't go out, my lovely Nene. I know you didn't go out. But I took pictures of my granddaughter. She was Belle. She was Belle. My son was the Beast. And I am so glad. I've been so proud of myself and thankful for spirit guides for their guidance. All right. There's a King of Cups here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that cannot move on to common waters. Some of you guys, like I said, relocated because you definitely knew that you were going through you were going through a phase in your life that you had to, walk away from certain situations and people, and you knew that this was not good energy for yourself. So again, some of you guys are still preparing for a union, preparing for the person. You know that the situation that you went through is not the end all be all, and it's not. Okay. So again, some of you guys were dealing with a King of Cups, somebody that supposed to be emotional balance, right? This also could be coming in because it fall up from new love or welcoming love, meeting the one. You could have felt like you met the one, right? But maybe this person was jealous, okay? Had that narcissist empath paradigm. They charmed you. They got in with you very good. But they basically were trying to use you for your energy, for your knowledge, for your resources. Okay. Some of you guys did not have a lot of good boundaries when you were with this person. So that's why they were able to manipulate you and your energy. But like I said, one day you got a sudden change, shocking news, something just happened. You had an epiphany and you woke up. All right. The Four of Cups. Some of you guys were definitely unhappy in this situation. Again, you were very stagnant. Okay. You might have been reluctant to move on, to change. But again, you knew, you recognized the signs, recognized what you were dealing with. Because when narcissists have a demon attached to them. They got something attached to them. Because if you can just come off like you care about somebody in the beginning and then that mask falls off, what the hell? Okay, like what's wrong with you? That is definitely a mental issue or something attached to them. Okay, because they're unhappy, they want to make other people unhappy because they don't love themselves and they're bored and discontent. They want to put that on you. So again, a lot of us are expecting wealth, financial security. That's what we're aiming for, but we can't do it with the right person. God is not going to bless a mess. He's going to make sure you're aligned with somebody that is right for you. So again, that's why certain things happen. The moon in reverse, things being exposed, darkness, people coming out of their shadows, secrets being exposed, following our intuition, okay, following the light. Ooh, child. The star, walking by faith, maintaining hope, understanding that we have a purpose here, right? Shining like the star, Aquarius energy, getting in touch with our spirituality, right? Maintaining what God set his purpose for us to do here. A lot of these people were not tapped in. It might be taking a long time for a lot of us. If you got away from this situation, good job, because things are coming. They're progressing. They might be taking a long time. You might be saying, where is this money that I'm supposed to be getting? Where, if you did the work, it's coming. You got to be patient. But they're still watching. They're watching. They're being curious. They're still talking and gossiping. They're still trying to come back and getting your energy, because when they see you glow up, when they see all the things that they tried to send your way didn't hit you, it didn't prosper, they're going to try to come back into your good graces. They're going to try to come back and apologize. They're going to come back and try to sleep with you. So again, no. Once somebody betrays you once, especially in these ways, in these times, no. Sideways, 10 of Cups. You got people missing their family, missing the person they tried to build with. But because you have seen who they are, they know that. And they are being judged. They're going through a lot of karma. All right? They don't have no purpose. You were part of their purpose. Some people are on here for a mission to destroy us. They really are. That's their purpose. That's their path. So again, we have to remember that. We're dealing with some crazy times here. Yeah, they do not want a cycle to come to an end. For a lot of us, we were their world, right? When they was with us, they had a lot of opportunities. But now when a lot of us walk away, those opportunities come to a closure. They're going through a lot of karmic lessons. They don't have spiritual growth. They don't have spiritual backing. They're not learning the lesson. They can't get out of the mess they created for themselves. 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords. Now they have no joy. They lost the bond that they had with you because they could not be upfront and open and clear. But a lot of us got the clarity about what's going on, who we've been dealing with. So again, you have to step out of that situation. Some of you guys, it might have took it anywhere from 3 to 6 months to walk away or to realize what was going on. But like I said, this person come back around, and especially if it's jealous lover or a lover, and you know this person has been right, trying to give you a love offer, guard that. Guard that. Because some of them, not everyone, They got a STD or they got a package, but you don't want that package. What? What word? Eight of Swords. You're not in your mindset anymore. You're not trapped in your head about certain things. You have clarity. You know the truth. You know the truth within. You know that Spirit's been sending you messages, dreams, downloads, Seven of Pentacles. Some of them are upset because they invested time. Friend, child, the fact that these people don't find nothing safe to do cracks me up. They've been waiting for a long time because they were trying to see the seeds that they planted in you, around you, if they was going to prosper, if they was going to work. But from it coming to the side, nope. A lot of us shut that down when we got away from the situations or continue to ignore them and worked on ourselves. We transmuted that energy. We turned that pain into power, into prosperity, right? It was our fuel that we needed to keep going. We couldn't stop. Once we saw what was going on, once you see what's going on, you can't stop. You can't give in to these people's wishes. You can't halt your energy, halt your life, because that's exactly what they want from you, right? They love your energy. You know what, Spirit? They love your resources. Oh, yeah, they were a lot of unhappy, unenlightened. They're getting bad karma, bad luck, because they could not break a cycle. We broke the cycle. We're breaking the cycle. Okay? A lot of us are generational curse breakers because a lot of this has been going on in our families for years. So that's why our ancestors have tapped into us, because they know, ooh, let's look at them, because they're a little bit more tapped in. They understand their power. They understand their gifts. They're not running away from it. They're not afraid. Where a lot of our parents or parents were afraid to speak up. We're afraid to do certain things. So they stayed in connection because it was comfortable. They stayed in connection because that's all they knew. But not us. We're breaking those cycles. We're getting out of this. That's right. We're taking action. We're being the leader. We are being the leader of how to do this. This is how we do it. And we are doing it. Right, collective? We're walking away. We're breaking these cycles. We're avoiding chaos. We're exposing people. We're getting the attention. Six of Wands, the victory over these heartless beings. Nine of Cups in reverse. People that show lack of emotion, empathy, integrity, character. Hi, Bob. Hi, Ruby Rice. They were breadcrumbing us. Yeah, some of it was a connection to a Cups in reverse. Now they're unhappy. They're stuck in their own emotional despair, upset because their magic didn't work. Their manipulation didn't work. Wow. Queen of Cups in reverse. King of Cups upright. Nine of Cups upright. Some of you guys might have water, air. Everybody's here. But like, yes, we took the action. We became the leader. That's fine, Bob. You can subscribe though, so you can come back later. Thank you. All right. So again, like I said, they love your resources. Now they're in regret and remorse. Boo hoo hoo. Okay. Boo hoo hoo. Crying crocodile tears. Now they feel abandoned because you didn't put up with their bullshit like we were supposed to. Right? Where they do that at? Not over here, Sir Mambrosis. Not over here. Some of it was family, right? That wanted to keep you stuck. For some people, yep, the game is over. They don't want the cycle to be over. We're stepping up in our game with our pinnacles, with our money, with our legacy. The mask has fallen off. Two of Swords in reverse. The mask has came off. The math wasn't mathing. The calculation wasn't adding up. So we knew when to get out of Dodge. Yeah. We were working on ourselves, having self-improvement, getting a higher and better perspective. We had been enlightened. We're dropping those burdens that we were carrying that wasn't even ours. It was theirs, weighing us down on our shoulders. But a lot of us are releasing that as we're dropping that mask and making the decision to move forward, right? These people lack decision, they lack direction, they lack remorse. Only thing they're guilty of is getting caught. Only thing they're guilty of right now is you waking up and seeing them for who they are. So again, they need to go take a nap and really think about what the hell they've been doing. All right, collective, because whatever you've been doing, keep doing it. Do not go back. It is Mercury retrograde. Do not let these people come up in here in your energy with them sob stories, with the bullshit, wanting to sleep with you, wanting to do all this because they ain't right in their mind, body, and soul. And they got demons and shit attached to them. Some of them got that package. They see you glowing up. They see you becoming the star, getting all that attention. I'm a star, 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 star. Like Megan Thee Stallion. Okay? You have a revelation for a reason. You need to protect your energy at all costs. We are in spiritual warfare all day, every day. Especially now that the veil is thin. These people are running amok out here, okay? They're running a whole damn muck. Trying to give people the package because they know they're dying. Maybe they got 6 months to live. I don't know. I don't know why that came out still. We're moving locations. We're getting the hell away from these people. Don't show them your location. Don't let them know where you move. I'm mad that this motherfucker know where I live. But somebody next door I didn't even know they still do that. Egg people cars and houses. I'm like, y'all better not over here. So I'm getting me a ring cam. So yes, we have this revelation for a reason. These people are sick in the head and sick in the bed. So again, do not let these energies come back. I don't care what they tell you, what they say, what they use. Show them the door. Don't answer that phone. They got a lot of things wrong with them. It's going to be a package deal that you're not ready for. So don't do it. Whether it's not the ones with the HIV, you got people that got mental issues, undiagnosed. Hell no. How many stories we saw of people getting killed by their friends, by their lovers? Because they can't have you. They don't want nobody else to. You got new love coming in. You got new job opportunities, new friends, your soul ties, people that are on your alignment, on your energy. We got to leave the fuck shit alone for real. I don't care how bad you miss these people. You learned this lesson for a reason. Now, do you want this lesson to be their blessing? No. You walked away. You left this energy for a reason. Let these people go over and take a nap. Do something that's safe to do. Because right now, coming back to you is not it. Playing back in your energy is not it. You already have the revelation. Now you need to force them to hit the door. All right, guys. I don't think I need no clarifiers for that. We're dealing with a lot of unhappy souls, empty people that don't even have one. What you call them, Nene? Yeah, we don't have time for that. We're not dealing with it. So don't let these people back in energy. It is Mercury retrograde. It's coming upon us, I think, like tomorrow or the 3rd or the 5th. But don't let these people come up in your energy telling you lies. The secrets will be exposed about them. You will find out somehow, some way what they got going on. You will find out somehow, some way their intentions. Whatever is done in the dark will be exposed. And with the high priestess and the moon in reverse, a lot of this shit is in reverse because these people need healing. Physical, mental, emotional. They need some true work. Don't let these people come in. Other people got babies on the way they're not telling you about. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I was going to do this for Aquarius, but Spirit said make it a collective because this shit is going on everywhere, not just for Aquarius, but for every sign. So again, take what resonate with you, leave what doesn't, and if you don't know if it is, if you're here, it was something that probably was for you. Soulless ass beings, especially these genomes. Girl, I was so glad I didn't let that girl come live with me. Ooh, child, she was out trick-or-treating with the man that she said wasn't her man. Oh my God. And one thing I hate is when a nigga is corny. Why do you gotta try and overdo yourself? Like, for real. All right, that is enough because I am tired and I want to talk to my girl before I eat this candy and go to sleep. All right, I love you guys. Please subscribe if you're still here. Subscribe to the tribe because my haters are working on here as well. All right, trying to take things away from me, but they can't take what God ordained. I love you guys. Bye.